so we start off today with a very generous contribution. Ladies and gentlemen, it is a $50 tip to start off today. Everyone, thank you to a $50 tipper, a very generous contribution. Let's get a nice animation for you. The tips I still have to manually do, and I'll have to continue to manually do them, and there's nothing I can do about that. But I appreciate this, so let's see who this is from in a sec. It is anonymous, it says. However, it is a follow-up to a discussion that we had earlier in the week, or I should say now, last week. So let's talk about that. Ready? So, okay, here's their message. So, hi, I'm the guy that donated a few days ago talking about how I've hate watched you for years. I remember that. Remember that guy said he was a hate watcher, but now he was actually like getting some self-awareness because he was actually watching the detractors and realizing how stupid and unhinged they were. Okay. Since then, I've heard detractor channels going through mental gymnastics to say that it was a fake tip written by you. This is just one example of how they feel like they're on a moral high ground, but they're dishonest too. I realize now that wasting so much time following someone you don't like is a schadenfreude. That's how you pronounce it. I know what the word means, but I don't know how to pronounce it. And it's sad. It's more pathetic than being the person that they have disdain for. Every one of us has been cringe, made mistakes, and lied about something. The difference is that most of us don't have that stuff on the internet in 4K. Duty is retarded. ALT, I don't know who that is old, and I'm moving on. Peace out. Thank you. Thank you for your support. Thank you for your kind words. Thank you for actually having common sense. And I could only hope that over time, as a lot of these people who are obsessed in this negative culture get older, they will have these kind of moments of self-awareness, realize how much of a waste of their time this has all been, and either move on or, hey, become a fan, which some of them have. You know, some of them actually were like, I watched your raw stuff and it's actually not bad. You know, when we're not watching it through the lens of some idiot who's constantly editing in memes, you know, saying bullshit about your past and stuff, it's actually good content. So thank you so much. $50 is a very generous start to the day. What a nice tip and what a nice sentiment. Thank you. Thank you. I received another tip here, a $10 tip from Guitar Player 1939. He says, this is Guitar Player. Thank you so much, Guitar Player. Hope you're doing well. And thanks for stopping by and supporting today. You're, good to see you from time to time when you can make some time to come by. It's nice. Thank you so much. All right. So that gets us up to 67, and we're continuing on here. Looks like we got some more action over on the kick side. Let's take a look. Indeed, I received, let's see, 5? 4. Was it 4? No, it's 5. My queue only caught 4. That's bizarre. I'm glad that I'm checking my leaderboard here. Dr. Lexus, who used to be Darkside Pimp, then Danksneed Pimp, now he's Dr. Lexus, has gifted 5 subs over on Kick. So thank you, Dr. Lexus, for 5 subs this morning. Let's get you. All right, so folks, I think I've gotten through pretty much everything that I wanted to get through. All right. I'll just say this up front, okay, before we get to the next segment. Yesterday was my day off, and I got to spend some good time with my wife and my family, and I relaxed. We had a good meal. We had a pizza for dinner, which was great. Good pizza, too. A wood fire pizza, not a freaking fast foody crappy pizza. All right. But yesterday also was awful. All right. Some stuff has happened personally in my life that I can't talk about publicly that is pretty shitty, pretty awful, to be frank with you. I wouldn't wish it upon anyone. All right. And it wasn't one thing. It was 2 things. 2 completely unrelated things that happened at the same time. All right. And it kind of put a big damper on our day. It did. You know, when you have a day off, it's your only day off a week to spend time with your significant other. And then multiple things start fucking happening out of nowhere that you had no clue would happen. And now you got to deal with it. You're like, what the hell is going on? You know, it really sucks. You know, we look forward to this day off all week long. And then it just has to happen on the day off, too. You know, it's one thing if it happened, it's a work day or whatever. It has to happen on the day off. Like, come on, man. So, my parents aren't doing so well, all right? They're getting old, and my mom has had a lot of health issues over the years already. The last few years, you guys noticed I haven't really talked about my dad that much. It's because he's not doing very well. My dad is getting a lot of health issues, both his back, which he basically has, remember my back issue, my herniated disc? Well, he has at least two, if not three, in the same situation that I had. So he's really fucked up right now and can barely move around. He's been like this for about 2 years now. And now he's starting to have other health problems. He's starting to have heart problems. Okay. So it's a bad situation. It's really bad. And the thing is, my parents are basically telling me, listen, we don't know what's going to happen. We could be around for many more years, or one of us could see a really bad turn for the worse. And that's it. Okay. You may have wondered where my parents been, because if you remember when I first moved out here in 2014, they immediately visited me for Christmas of 2014, and then they visited me again in the summer of 2016, remember? And you might be saying, well, what the hell now? It's been like 2.5 years. We've heard nothing about Phil's parents. Well, the bottom line is they're not doing very well at all, okay? And immediately you get a dickhead like ITG Jake. I'm going to read it because I've had enough and he's permanently banned now. Do you want us to give you money to see your parents? Fuck you, Jake. How about that? Fuck you. No, because you don't wait 5 seconds to let me finish what I'm saying. Now, not only are you permanently banned, but now we all get to laugh at you publicly for being an insensitive piece of fucking shit when I'm bearing my heart to the fucking stream. Go fuck yourself. No, I'm not asking anyone for money to go to Connecticut to see my parents. In fact, it's the actual complete polar opposite situation, okay? So, we're dealing with some stuff, all right? And I apologize if it happens to come through with, today, if I seem cranky or if I seem like a jerk. It has nothing to do with you. It has everything to do with just life circumstances right now, all right? This is kind of stuff I'm not going to talk about it publicly. If and when I do, it's going to be way down the line. It's not going to be anything you can know about now. And it is what it is, all right? But I'm very happy that this coming weekend we're going to have 2 days off, that it's going to be a day to do the stupid errands and appointments and bullshit so that we can have another day off that we can actually have fun times together, which is what we need more of, all right? So it's very much needed this week. So please understand. And again, I apologize in advance. I'm only telling you this because I know that sadly when shit tends to happen like this, it does affect me. And then people are like, wow, you're in a bad mood and you seem like you're grumpy and you seem like you're pissy today. And, you're right. And there's nothing I can really do about it either. When you got shit going on, it's in the back of your mind constantly. It's like, what the fuck, right? It just sucks. But that's life. As I get older, I realize that's just life you got to deal with. This is why when you see a person, you can never really know what they're really going through. You know what I'm saying? Like, someone may look good on the surface, but you have absolutely no idea what level of stress they're actually at on the inside. You don't know what they're going through up here. You don't know what they're going through in here. And I just ask that everyone just have some kindness to those around them. Because a lot of people don't. A lot of people are just complete dickheads to everyone around them and think that they're the most important person on the planet, But you never know what people are actually going through. So please be respectful. Please be nice. I mean, obviously, it'd be nice if you could do that to me, but just to everyone around you. Because at any given moment, you just don't know, right? You just don't know what the hell's going on. And then one day, you're going to go through that shit. And if people are nice to you, you're going to appreciate that people were nice to you when you really needed that, right? So do unto others as you would have them do unto you. It's the golden rule. It's a way to live. And I hope that more people would actually, abide by that.